Hello, nerds! Thank you for joining me here on Nerd News Clips. This is the second channel. This is the place for all of the short-form content as well as the individual sections and just generally speaking smaller things. If you are into the longer form content, youtube.com/generallynerdy is the place to go see that. With that out of the way, let's get into this. Now we're going to talk about gaming and tech. In gaming and tech, we have one follow-up, Overwatch 2. We have a PvP beta test that is going live April 26th. If you are a Steam player, if you play on your PC and you wish to take part in this beta test for Overwatch 2, then you can do so by following the link down in the description. It is exclusively to PC players, so if you are a console Overwatch player, then I'm sorry, but you cannot participate, and I would totally if I could as well, but that's not a thing. So the other follow-up we have right now is Multiverses is doing a series of live beta tests as well. I had the opportunity to join on that one, but work schedules were not allowing such things, so I will try and find some B-roll because it sounds like things are rolling pretty well with this game, but that is what we have for our gaming and tech follow-up section. Now let's get into trailers. We do have one new trailer for a new game. This is the game announcement for Disney's Mirrorverse. This is going to be a portable game, a mobile game, I guess is more appropriate. Launches on June 23rd. It looks pretty interesting. Now, something that we talk about fairly regularly here on the channel is that, you know, alternate versions are always fun to deal with, and alternate versions of pretty much any character, let alone characters as beloved as the Disney characters. And in this trailer, if you follow the link and watch the trailer, in this trailer we only see Belle and Sully from Monsters Inc., but it sounds like we're going to get a whole cast of Disney characters in this Mirrorverse. It looks pretty interesting. Doesn't look like super deep gameplay, but on a mobile game, those kinds of games are few and far between. So it has me pretty excited. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments, and we're going to move right along. We have some new games to talk about. A new game announcement, very specifically. The Witcher is getting another game in the franchise. The announcement goes on to say not only is CD Projekt Red working on a brand new Witcher installment, but they're changing in-game engines. They're going from their home-built Red engine, and they're buying into the hype of the Unreal Engine 5. So look for a lot of ray tracing, and I believe this is going to be a next-gen console exclusive. So us Xbox One players and PS4 players are going to have to upgrade if you want to play the next Witcher franchise, though they are just now starting this game, so very likely we won't be seeing it for another 3 to 5 years unless they want to pull another Cyberpunk 2077, in which case we'll see it in 2 years and won't be able to play it for another 3 to 5 years. Our next piece of news is kind of technically the announcement of a launch of a new game-ish. It's a new port of a game, and it's an unofficial port, so if you're watching this, definitely go check it out as soon as possible if you are inclined to do so, because it is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time has a full and proper PC port. Now, what is the difference between porting versus emulating? Well, an emulator just gives you the exact same experience that you had in the original game. A port, potentially, I don't think they added any new content, but at the very least, a port is updating assets. Everything's going to look better, is going to be in a higher resolution, and actually this port, I do know, has widescreen capabilities. So the Ocarina of Time emulators do not support widescreen because the Ocarina was in 4:3 ratio, so all of the emulators, at least as far as I know, have 4:3 ratio as well. So if you are looking to update your Ocarina of Time experience, then you can do that over on GitHub. You have to follow the link in the description. You also have to have an emulator for Ocarina of Time already, because this is just going to take the assets in that emulator and update them from there. So you must have your very own legal copy of Ocarina of Time on your computer, and then this port is going to update that for you. Again, link down in the description, go over to GitHub, look it up. Either way, play the game. And then that brings us to our suggestions for gaming and tech, and we're going with, and you probably already guessed it, the Ocarina of Time. Be it this new port or the OG Nintendo 64 or anything in between, this game definitely deserves a little bit more time this week. Go check it out. If you have not played this, this is one of the few instances of RPG gaming done right in my eyes, because I am not a big RPG gamer. I appreciate the RPG elements and everything else, but Ocarina of Time is one of the few games that universally is loved for being one of the best RPGs ever, not just on the Nintendo 64, but ever. So go check it out. That is our suggestions here on Gaming and Tech this week. Once again, this has been just a brief segment from the larger episode that has been posted over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Go over there for the long form content, or just subscribe here if you want it in bite-sized chunks. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.